You are starting to see things differently, and this isn't how you typically see it. Be courageous enough to do your own thing. Be courageous enough to learn something new, because when you start being aware of those tests, you don't keep falling for the same trap. I really see you guys dealing with a lot of magical energy here, especially with this Phoenix rising. Hello mystical light beings, and welcome to another Lena Mystic video. This video is for all earth signs. So if you are an earth sign, or you just felt led to watch this video and you're not an earth sign, go ahead and watch it. Anyone who's on this video should be on this video, and this message is meant for you. So let's get into it. What's your message, earth signs? Courage. So the first card we have is courage. I like it. I like it. Next card we have is selling out. This message is already coming together. How teachable are you? And last card is Phoenix rising. Okay. So, earth signs, we're getting a very clear message that we are not being our full selves. What's going on with that? Let's see what's going on with that. So this is the sign that we're not being our full selves, and this actually says selling out. So what does selling out look like? What does that mean? That means that in certain circumstances, you're not fully seeing how you really feel, and you're not fully putting yourself in situations that align with your values and the way you feel about things. So how do we stop doing that? Earth signs, you're being led to take a step away from people right now so that you can begin to understand who you are again. You're getting to re-know yourself. Earth signs are getting to re-know themselves. Nothingness. So getting comfortable with nothing going on so that you can begin to understand more of who you are. This reflection on here reminds me of a mirror as well. It's like we're being able to see yourself, things reflecting so that you can see yourself better. I'm getting messages as I'm doing the reading, obviously. But if I like stammer my words or anything, it's because I'm getting a message. I'm seeing someone looking in the mirror and not fully seeing themselves and kind of not liking themselves right now because, and this is not for all of you, but this is kind of what I'm seeing. And this could even be who you're coming in contact with, earth signs. So it looks like continuously being in situations where things are just not aligning with you. And sometimes the biggest thing that you can do and the best thing that you can do is to step away completely into this nothingness so that you can rebuild yourself. Just look at this reflection here. Now, I know that I'm using a light, but just the way it shows up on here really reminds me of a mirror. It's weird. It's really important to step away so that you can see who you actually are, because you're getting clouded by who other people are. And a lot of you earth signs are heavy on being empaths, and this can cloud your judgment sometimes because you feel things heavy for people, and you really do feel it. Like, you're not just observing it, you feel things for people, and it gets in the way of your judgment. Like, you can see the absolute best in a person, but it's really hard for you to tell when it's time for you to step away and see also what the worst things are too. It's hard for you to separate the good and the bad, and sometimes you see the good more than you see the things that are harming as well, that are harmful as well. So kind of step back from the relationships you're taking part in, because they're draining you right now, and you're not seeing that. But you are an energy transmuter, you're an energy transformer, and you're not able to do all that you could be doing because you have to focus so much on transmuting that energy that's being put into you. And that energy isn't what's most important right now. What's most important is the things you can truly do that transform you and the people in your life that do need that energy, the people in your life that you would prefer to be able to spend that time with. You're also kind of enabling, and you don't even notice that you're doing it, but by only seeing the best parts of people, you're enabling some behaviors that are not healthy. And it's not your job to always be able to tell that, but if you want to protect your energy, it's best for you to notice that. I see a lot of people dumping on you, telling you a lot of things, trying to make you feel bad for them, and you're not really in a position to fix everything for everyone right now. Right now, you have to rewire your own energy. And that's not to say that you should say no all the time. That's just to say that if you feel like you can't, don't. So don't let boundaries be crossed this month. Don't let boundaries be crossed today. And if they are being crossed, take a step back and see how you want to handle the situation. And take your time. Take your time. Big on take your time. These two cards popped out. It says patience and beyond illusion. So have patience with yourself right now, because you are starting to see things differently, and this isn't how you typically see it. You're getting kind of, your judgment is really getting clouded lately. Someone is drawing so much energy from you right now. It's almost draining your roots. Like, you know how part of a piece of fruit gets molded and the other fruits start to get molded? That's kind of what I'm seeing. This moldy energy that they have is kind of spreading over to your energy, and it's just really best to take a step away. This person really is. This person is staying, this whatever it is, it's really draining you to the core. You're becoming a moldy fruit with them. So really get into your hermit mode phase, because what we don't want is you to be so molded that you can't even scrape the pieces off anymore. Why am I saying it like that? That sounds crazy. Oh God. But it's like you typically think you could just scrape the pieces off and get back up. Like kind of when you fall on the ground and you got a little bit of ash on you, and you just like scrape it off and you're like, oh, it's just a little bit of dirt, I'm good. Maybe a little blood, very little bit. But now it's like this big gash. It's getting to be this big gash that at this point you would need surgery to fix, is what I'm saying. So if you want to feel better every day, you have to give this connection a break, because it's moldy. It's moldy, and it's dangerous and creating illness. Nothingness. Big on the nothingness. Get into the energy of being okay with the quiet, being okay with things that feel good, and even things that don't feel good. Just nothing. Just nothing. It's not this or that. It's more so nothing. It's just quiet. It's white noise. It's silence. And maybe there's not even white noise. There's just absolutely nothing. So be okay with that. Be okay with that. It's okay. If nothing big and major is happening right now in your life, that's also okay. It's okay to be in a quiet phase of your life. If no bad things are happening right now, be okay with that. Be okay with that. Be safe in that space. Earth signs, you typically feel like you have to help people fix things about themselves or in their lives. But right now you're actually being called to observe and to get so far into yourself that you can be more comfortable connecting with other people. I can see that you're becoming more of an introvert. And while you're becoming more of an introvert, you're still connecting to energies that are draining. And that's what's pushing you to become an introvert, because you're so drained. By that time, you can't even do the fun things that you would have wanted to do in the first place. So that's something to think about. Where are you placing your energy, and how is that affecting you? We've got the dream. Okay, so you're having dreams, things that are creating clarity to your life and what you're going through. In your dream, you're going to start seeing ancestors or people that have passed on that are in your bloodline. Some of you guys are connecting more to like farming roots and and just things your ancestors used to do. It's showing me literally handiwork. Like you're learning handiwork. You're building things with your own hands. You're building things that you didn't think that you could. I think that's beautiful. You're learning something new that you can do energy-wise, magically. And this is going to help you develop more internally and transmute energy even faster. Friendliness. I can see some new friends coming into your life, earth signs. Let those friends in. I'm not talking about let them all the way in. You don't need to tell them your deepest, darkest secrets. I'm just saying allow yourself to have fun with these people. If they don't feel draining, if they feel recharging, if they feel exciting, if they feel fun, let yourself engage in those relationships just as much as you would in the ones that are draining. You know, kind of try to not necessarily replace, but add more happiness into your life. It's okay to be happy. You don't have to be sad. No more selling out. This is our time of redeveloping. This is our time of rising. This is our time of redesigning who we are and what we want in our life and figuring things out. I really see you guys dealing with a lot of magical energy here, especially with this Phoenix rising. Because not only is she just a natural Phoenix rising, but she's actually creating that development. She's creating that magic herself. It looks like she's creating a potion for herself to do the growth that she needs to do. So do the work, earth signs. Do the work to redevelop yourself. Do the work to create boundaries to protect your own energy so that you don't have to engage in draining energy or taking part in letting your energy being drained and taken away from you and stripped away from you. You can rebuild it. You can set boundaries. You can give space. How teachable are you? You're being a little stubborn and you're being tested, I can see. And in the test, you're kind of falling for traps that are different, but it's the same trap that you're falling into. It's like it's built different, but it's the same trap. So try to be aware while you're being tested. Okay, this is also a trap. This is a trap. Oh, I shouldn't engage in this conversation. I shouldn't engage with that person. I shouldn't engage in this pain. I shouldn't engage in fixing that. So be very aware of the different tests you're being presented. Because when you start being aware of those tests, you don't keep falling for the same trap. And be courageous enough to say something, you know? Be courageous enough to say to yourself, I can't do this. Or be courageous enough to be in your own space. Be courageous enough to do your own thing. Be courageous enough to learn something new. Just be courageous in your life because you have gotten used to a certain routine, a certain pattern, and you've also gotten used to taking the same BS from certain people. Be courageous enough to cut that off. Be courageous enough to change it into something that you want more of. And earth signs, you're so unique in the way that you have the capability to change actual energy. I almost see a dead plant, you touching it and it coming to life. That's not to say you have a green thumb. You might feel like you don't have a green thumb, but it's more so to say energetically you can transmute energy. So if you can transmute energy, try to do that for yourself as well. Some things to look into for you earth signs is earth magic, plants, animals, dealing with animals, herbal healing, herbology, Reiki, just transmuting energy and how you can do that. A lot of natural holistic things are really good for you is a clear sign that I'm getting. So if you were thinking of becoming a doula, you were thinking of becoming an acupuncturist, a massage therapist, something in that type of industry, this is a really good sign to do that. If you're already doing something but you want to bring more earthly things into it, this is also a very clear sign. Go for it. Bring more of the earth into what you're doing. And don't be afraid to expose yourself to a new practice with the practice that you're already doing. And thank you guys for watching. I hope this was very healing for you. If it was, please put a little plant or something earthly in the comment section below, and I will see you all in another video. Thank you for watching.